strength of those who have served and sacrificed for our nation. As the bold fanfare sounds, it calls us to attention, reminding us that today is not just a holiday, but a solemn day of remembrance. The familiar hymn that follows offers a moment of reflection, a musical prayer for peace, and a tribute to the steadfast spirit of our fallen heroes. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Fanfare and Hymn of Mighty Fortress.
The spirit, struggle, and triumphs that define the American story. Today, an American Spectacular serves as both a celebration of our shared heritage and a salute to those whose sacrifices have safeguarded the freedoms that music and life so beautifully express. Ladies and gentlemen, an American Spectacular, a musical history of the United States. Washington Post March by John Philip Sousa, one of the most recognizable and beloved American marches. Composed in 1889, this piece was commissioned by the Washington Post newspaper to celebrate an award ceremony for a youth essay contest. Sousa's spirited melody and infectious rhythm quickly captured the public's imagination, becoming a staple of parades and patriotic celebrations across the country. Its precise and elegant phrasing helped define the American march style and cemented Sousa's reputation as the March King. Today, the Washington Post March continues to inspire with its upbeat tempo and timeless march, a perfect reminder of the joy and pride found in great American music. Enjoy Washington Post. Our next piece, Arlington, Where Giants Lie Sleeping, is a moving tribute to the heroes who rest at Arlington National Cemetery and to all those who have given their lives in service to our country. Through rich harmonies and solemn melodies, this composition captures both the sorrow of loss and the profound reverence we hold for those who have sacrificed everything. It speaks without words, offering a musical moment of reflection and gratitude. As you listen, may it serve as a quiet reminder of the cost of freedom and the enduring legacy of those who now lie at rest, honored and remembered as giants in our nation's history. Ladies and gentlemen, Arlington, Where Giants Lie Sleeping. honor those who have left an indelible mark on our hearts and our nation's history with the Gold Star Remembrance Ceremony. The Gold Star is a symbol of remembrance and represents the families who have lost a loved one in military service. Each Gold Star represents a life cut short, a hero who bravely fought for our freedom, and a family who bears the weight of that loss every day. At this time, I would like to take a moment to recognize any Gold Star family member that we may have in the audience. If you're in the audience, would you be, if you're comfortable, would you stand to be honored? Well, don't see you. Oh, we do. Very well. To all our Gold Star families, it's a sacrifice that is more than one could ever ask. And it is a sacrifice that you bear, but as a community, it is our duty to honor and carry that cross with you. Today we come together as a community to stand in solidarity with these families, to offer our deepest condolences, and to express our profound gratitude for the sacrifices their loved ones made. We honor the legacy of these fallen heroes, knowing that their courage and dedication will forever inspire us to cherish the liberties we enjoy. It is now my pleasure to welcome Chairman Tom Wright to lead us in this ceremony.
I find myself saying more and more that I feel like I'm fortunate to have been raised in the best community possible during the best period of American history, because we grew up with so many things and so many accomplishments and great moments in our history. I was lucky to go through schools here with most of the names that are on this list, one way or another. Grandparents, parents, kids I went to school with, children of kids I went to school with. And it just brings back to me the importance of saying their names one more time, remembering them, because these are the spirit of Clovis, what Clovis is all about. We'll start with a presentation by the 144th Fighter Wing and the 324th Military Police Battalion and the 1106 Theater Aviation Sustainment Maintenance Group, SMG. They present the first plaque of names, which includes all of our Gold Star heroes. Presenting that plaque is Sergeant Major Robert S. Adams of the 324th Military Police Battalion, veteran of Operation Iraqi Freedom and Operation Enduring freedom. Presenting our Gold Star heroes from the Korean conflict, Staff Sergeant David Hurlett from the 144th Fighter Wing, and our Gold Star heroes from Korea, Richard Castor, Lawrence Escano, Antonio Lopez, and James F. Martin Jr. Presenting the Gold Star heroes from Vietnam, Master Sergeant J. Smith of the 1106th SMG. Our Gold Star heroes from Vietnam, Danny Nye, Melvin Kirk, Ronnie Pendergraft, Andrew Reese, James Shaw, Don Tellis, and Gilbert Delpena. Presenting our Gold Star hero from Operation Desert Storm, Airman First Class Joy Abaye. And the Gold Star veteran from Operation Desert Storm, Tim Hahn. Presenting our Gold Star heroes from continuing conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, Airman Basic Cassie Sanchez. Our Gold Star heroes from Iraq, Jeremiah Morrow, Anthony Butterfield, Jared Hubbard, Nathan Hubbard, Raymond A. Mendoza, Stephen Piper, Michael Rivas, and Ron Walter. And Gold Star heroes from Afghanistan, Matthew Amate, Nick Elisha, Ryan Pearson, and Thomas Mayberry. We honor all of these veterans on our Garden of Honor, located in another room here. You're welcome to go in there anytime, any day, and pay respects. I have a couple of concluding remarks, and then we'll finish this up.
In Flanders Field was written during World War I by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae. This poem has become a poignant symbol of the sacrifices made by our military service members. Its haunting verses remind us of the immense toll of war and the duty we have to honor those who have fallen. In Flanders Fields transports us to the bleak and somber landscape of war, specifically the fields of Flanders in Belgium, where countless soldiers laid down their lives. It evokes powerful imagery of poppies, a symbol that has since become synonymous with remembrance. In Flanders Field, the poppies blow. Between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky, The larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead, short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Field. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw. The torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Field. May the words of In Flanders Field echo in our hearts, inspiring us to ensure that the sacrifice of those who have paid the ultimate price are not in vain. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Please give a round of applause to our service members from the 144th Fighter Wing, the 1106 Theater Aviation Sustainment Maintenance Group, and the 324th Military Police Battalion for their assistance with the Gold Star Remembrance Ceremony. You'll excuse me, it takes a moment to regroup. This is more than a ceremony. Those are real events. Next up is Armed Forces, the Pride of America. Through this powerful arrangement, we embark on a musical journey that honors each branch of our armed forces. It is a testament to the diversity and unity within our military, as well as a testament to the profound sacrifices made by our service members. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, quite frankly, like a celebration of family. And this is where you're going to see a little bit of family rivalry going back and forth. And if you ask a soldier, they will tell you which branch is the greatest branch of all. They will tell you it's the Army. And if you ask the Marines what branch is the best branch of all, they will tell you they tend to bark. And as long as they bark, that means they're healthy. And the list goes on and on. Next, Maestro will lead us through this wonderful melody, and as it takes place, we will announce the different families that will be recognized by recognizing their branch song. And if you are a member of that branch, please stand proudly to be recognized. Maestro, take it away. The United States Army. today's program with God Bless America, written by Irving Berlin and introduced in 1938. This iconic song has become a cornerstone of American patriotism, often performed in times of reflection and national unity. With its simple, powerful message, God Bless America, serves as both a tribute and a reminder of the strength of our nation and the ideals that bind us together. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy God Bless America.
Bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night when the light shine above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with gold.
Today we have taken the time to honor and remember those who have given their lives in defense of our freedom. But let us also remember the families, the loved ones left behind, who bear the weight of their absence every day. Let their sacrifice be all of our sacrifice that we carry in our hearts. Do not allow the division of today, and do not give excuse as to why it is plaguing our society. We are judged but not by our words, but by our deeds. Let us come together. Give the excuse no more weight. Show America what America is truly about by choosing to be one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The blood was shed so that we can enjoy these freedoms. Stop with the excuses and start with one great nation. The price has been paid. The duty is ours. These families are not alone. Let us carry their names with us. Their sacrifice for our freedom and protection is a loss we all share. We mourn these losses, but never take for granted the freedoms they have secured for us. As we leave this gathering, let us carry the spirit of Memorial Day with us. throughout the year, let us remember that the freedoms we enjoy come at a cost, and that is our responsibility to make their sacrifice matter. We are not alone. We are not able to hold events like this without our community coming together, and therefore we cannot forget to thank all our volunteers, our veterans organizations, and community service organizations that have come together to make today possible. And if you would, here in Clovis, we're very efficient. We do one single clap, and that way we don't have to hurt our hands with all the clapping we're going to have to do to say thank you to all those folks that are up there. So let's try this together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, as I say the name, we will do one clap, and we'll go to the next name. Sounds good? Let's try this. Ready? American Legion Post 147 and Auxiliary. American Red Cross. Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central California. I got you, didn't it? Just to make it easier, I'll even point your way.
Perfect. Invite us for the band.
Boy Scout Troop 514 and 60. Center Stage, Clovis Community Theater. Central Valley Blue Star Moms. Central Valley Veterans Day Parade. Charles Hines. Clovis Community Band. Clovis Fire Department. Clovis High Veterans Support Club. We're so close. Let's do that again. Clovis High Veterans Support Club. Clovis Police Department. Clovis Rotary Club. Clovis Senior Center. Civil Air Patrol. Fresno County Sheriff's Office. John Pemberton. Old Town Clovis Kiwanis. U.S. Marine Corps Recruiting. VA Center for Development and Civic Education. Man, VA. Claudia, we need to talk. VFW Post 3225 and Auxiliary. Zachary Horton Foundation. 324th Military Police Battalion. And all our wonderful volunteers. And I would also like to take a moment to recognize the staff of the Clovis Veterans Memorial District for their hard work preparing for today's event, and for WOW Productions for doing such a great work with our audiovisual. Can we give them a big round of applause? If you enjoyed today's program and want to stay up to date on district activities, please follow us on social media or visit our website. On the screens, you will see a QR code you can scan to learn more. Now, this is where if you get your phones, pop them up, have it face that thing, it'll take a picture, but more importantly, before you take that picture, it'll take you to a place where you can follow us and you'll see all the great activities that we're doing. So, it's up there, and you'll see it around the facility as well. We still have a lot of activities lined up for the community today. Our Community Heritage Center is open until 2 p.m., including a poppy craft in honor of Memorial Day. Shuttles are available at the corner of 4th Street and Veterans Parkway to take you to the Community Heritage Center or to your vehicle. Documentaries will be playing in the auditorium until 2 p.m., and if you have not had a chance to see the newly renovated space, we highly recommend you visit. While you are in the auditorium, be sure to see the Hammerfield mural. Once displayed in the Officers Club at Hammerfield Air Base, it has been preserved as a part of our local history. Feel like dancing? Well, be sure to go outside and check out John Pemberton. And while you're there, ensure you visit our veterans and community service organizations informational booths to see how you can get involved in our community. We hope you will join us as we break bread today together as a community for our Memorial Day luncheon, prepared by Old Town Clovis Kiwanis and served by the Kiwanis Key Club. Lunch will be served in the Veterans Room, Independence Room, and Freedom Room, with additional seating in the West Park. Drink stations are manned by the VFW Post 3225 in the Independence Room, Veterans Room, and outside of the South Lobby. Please see the maps on the screen for where to line up, and we want to say thank you for taking the time to come and join us as we celebrate as one community. And you know what? I would be remiss if I did not test the maestro. You see, he's done a phenomenal job, wouldn't you say? And this Clovis Community Band has been spectacular, wouldn't you say? My dear Mr. Lundstrom, you know, I think the community thinks you're swell guy. And the Clovis Community Band, a spectacular treat, a treasure of our community. We're just curious, and by the way, it's going to require some participation. If, by chance, if the community came together and showed a little love, actually a lot of love, would you be prepared to provide us an encore? Let's find out. Let them know how much we love them. Big round of applause. Well, Miss Williams. Oh, look at them, they're standing up. They're showing some love. Arlene, you got something? Let's see what you got. I think we got it, folks. Let's see what they can pull up. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Let's see what you got. Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you to the Clovis Community Band.